Always do your best. The fourth agreement emphasizes the importance of always doing your best in every situation. This doesn't mean striving for perfection, but rather doing the best you can under the circumstances. By doing your best, you can avoid self-judgment and regret. Ruiz explains that when you do your best, you will be at peace with yourself regardless of the outcome. I think the example, too, that he was talking about was like, it doesn't matter. It's like, whether you're sick, do your best while you're sick.
Right.
It's not going to be the absolute best, but do your best in that moment. Or if you get more sleep versus less sleep. If you get less sleep, do the best that you can on what you have. And, it sounds so simple.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds so simple, but, putting it into action, that's
the harder part.
That's the hardest part with anything.
Right.
Is putting anything into action.
Yeah, we can sit here and talk about it all day.
Right.
You actually have to go out and do it.
Right.
Yeah, this one, I like this one a lot. Obviously, this makes it's just a great rule to live by, man. But there's definitely places where this comes super easy for me to like do my best, but then there's other areas in my life that I don't do my best for sure, and I could do way better there, like in the world of real estate and work and fitness and jujitsu. Like I feel like that's an area that I don't really struggle to do my best because it's something I just like have such a passion for. Is there times where, like I think I could be more attentive, like when Gina's talking or like when we're hanging out and not being on my phone so much or being, spending time with the kids, which I have gotten a lot better at setting my phone to the side. But, there are times where, I've got shit going on that it kind of has to be attended to right there. But
be impeccable with your words and self-talk to yourself about being aware of that.
Yeah, for sure. And, there's the areas that I think I do my best. I'm pretty happy with my results there, but it's just there, but there's always things that we're going to be able to work on, man. I feel like there's no being perfect with everything. So, but we can always be doing better.
Absolutely. It's just like every book we've read talking about being the best version of yourself, but this one is just like be the best version that you can be for that particular day in that particular moment. So, yeah. It's a good one. So,
yeah, man, it's a good book.
But then, it breaks into like, how do we get past these agreements? How do we start these new ones? But basically, it all leads to personal freedom, and so ultimately, that's what we all want. Like, even though we live in the United States, doesn't mean we're technically free, because we're governed by rules and laws and things like that. But mentally, you can be free if you can apply these agreements to yourself and reshape the way you think and the way you go about things and just trying your best. That can put you in a position to live a much better life.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, it's these things. If you follow these, you'll have a happier, peaceful, great life. I think
simpler life. Just because of how simple these things are. So doesn't mean it's easy. Simple does not mean easy. Nope. But
that is true.
Yeah. So.
All right, bro. Well,
what do we got going? What do we do next?
That's good call.
Yeah.
We're just talking about that.
Yep. Is it Good Inside?
Yeah, it was called Good Inside by Dr. Becky Kennedy. This was a recommendation from our guest Mary Wolf. She was on the podcast a few episodes ago. So
a little different than the books that we've read. This one's about parenting.
Yeah. So we thought we'd kind of switch it up and do a parenting book and just kind of switch things up. So, we've been doing a lot of the personal development type stuff. Honestly, dude, I'd love to even like get into like some autobiographies and stuff like that down the road, because I've not read a lot of those. But, I feel like that could be something that could make for a cool episode, talking about like
certain individuals.
Yeah. Like, I don't
know. That have shaped the world.
And, do like I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'm not going to start throwing out names. I don't know him. I don't know what he's done.